Hi, I'm Anita from Needles and Hooks, and welcome to episode 3 of Wip-a-palooza Winter 2024. So, in this session, the 2 hour session we're going to have, I'm working on this hat. And you see, I haven't gotten very far on it. It's 2 inches on the brim, and it needs to get to 6. That's another 4 times 6, 24 rows of ribbing, and then it'll be 24 rows of stockinette, which is knit every round, and then however many decrease rows I need to do, because it's 1 row of decrease, 1 row worked even. Excuse me, round, not row, because circular. So it's going to end up looking like this one. This is the one I made for my oldest daughter, because she had to toss the one I made her out. Well, at first I made it for myself, but it was just too big for my head. So I gave it to her, and she wore it for years. And then something happened to it, and she had to, like, pitch it. So I made her another one. She doesn't know I made her this. She doesn't watch my channel anyway, so she's not going to see this until Christmas. So it's going to look like this. Except this one is for my youngest daughter's boyfriend, who asked her, "Do you think your mom can make me a hat?" She's like, "I don't know. Let me ask her." It's like, "All right, what color?" "Black." And I'm like, "Oh, God." It's like, if you don't have a decent lighting, knitting with black yarn kind of sucks. But it's knit, and I'm not having to, like, worry about crocheting. I've got my light right there, so it should be fine. So I'm going to start my timer. If I can get back to it. And hit play. And away we go. And I've got, like, a tape measure right here. Tape measure, measuring tape, whichever. It's just the ribbing takes forever to get through. Because you're constantly having to knit 2, bring the yarn forward, purl 2. It'd be worse if it was 1x1 rib. So I might have to back up because I don't think you can see what I'm doing here. Let me purl these 2 real quick. And get that ready to knit. Back up. And fix my pillow. And here we go. And you can't really see it because my shirt's black. Fun. Good times. Good times. Anyway, I'm working. What are you working on since we last saw each other yesterday? Let me know in the comments section below. And before I forget, pretty please like, share, and subscribe. Join the Discord. It's free. Would love to have you. It's a little lonely. I'm the only one over there. Sad face. So, yeah, working on busting out some of these small projects. Now, if I were to, like, if I could just sit for like 4 hours straight from start to finish, I could finish a hat. The larger hats might take an extra hour, but a hat that I would make for myself, since my head's kind of small, it would take about 4 hours from start to finish. The fiddly part about it is casting on and then making sure you're not twisting your cast on before you start working your rounds. Because then I've done it. I was making a skirt, I think for my oldest daughter many, many, many years ago. And I was like 3 or 4 inches into it before I realized my stitches were twisted. So I had to rip it all out. And I don't think I started it over and finished it. I gotta pay attention. Nope, screwed that up. See, now I gotta come up here and see, because I knit instead of purl. Let me make sure I didn't screw anything else up. Yeah. Purl 2. Alright, here we go. I just gotta pay attention. So, be nice if I could get to my goal with this for this session is to at least either get the ribbing completed or get the ribbing completed and start on the knit section where I'm building the rest of the hat, the body of the hat, not the brim. That's my goal, to at least get this up to that point, because knitting every row, you can fly on it, and it's pretty well much. If you've knit for any length of time, you can autopilot. And I was like, with that, I don't even really have to look down when I'm knitting. I do have to look when I'm purling, though. But if it's just like a straight stockinette stitch, I can like sit there and talk and not like have to look at what I'm doing. But when I purl, I have to. And that's like constant knit 2, purl 2. Just to get the round done. And it's like, it takes a long time. I mean, it doesn't, when you're making sweaters, I usually only do about 2 inches of ribbing for like the bottom of the sweater and the sleeves. So that's, and if I'm doing it on size 8 needles, I know my gauge is 6 rows per inch. So it would only be 12 rows, and then I could start on the body of my sweater. Unless I do it like a rolled ribbed border where I knit, I do 2x2 rib for like 2 inches, and then do a purl turning row, purl 2 rows, and then like join them together, pick them up from the cast on edge and knit it to the body of the sweater. But that is ultimately time consuming, and I think I've only ever done that once. It makes a thicker bottom, like a hem almost. See, we're already done with the first round of 6. So I'm still, my finger that I screwed up at work today still kind of hurts, but I'm not really using it for anything in either knitting or crocheting. It was bothering me when I was working on my son's blanket, especially when I had to flip the work so I could turn and do the next row. That's the only time it bothered me, because it was putting pressure because the blanket's heavy and I had to pick it up. This, however, is light, and I don't really have to worry about it too much, if at all. So just flying through, or at least attempting to fly through. It just feels like this section just takes forever to get through. If I'm not having to constantly take the yarn back and then bring it forward and stuff. So, yeah. Let's not knit into the row below, because then that would be sadness. Then I'd have to pause the video and then figure out how to fix it. And oh crap, I just screwed up. Can I just stop doing that? I purled a knit stitch. I'm backtracking. Make sure I didn't screw anything else up. Okay. Knit 2. Purl 2. Okay. If it wasn't black yarn, I wouldn't have so many issues, because the light's only over there and not directly overhead. Now, if I could bring out the lamp that's in my bedroom, I would do it, but that thing's a pain. And I'd have to have an outlet to plug it into. All my outlets except for one in my surge protector is being used, but I don't think I could put it in there, because the plug is a wide plug, and I don't think it would fit. Oh, crap. I screwed that up. up on a previous row. Oh, shoot. Alright, I'm gonna have to pause and, like, do some surgery here. Alright, crisis averted. I'll restart my timer here. Yeah, I purled a knit stitch on a previous row, so I fixed it. I hope. I just gotta pay attention. It's just the ribbing and the black yarn is not... It's not really helping all that much. And it's not like talking is distracting me. It might. I don't know. I just hope I haven't done it anywhere else. I just wish I was... I just wish the ribbing doesn't take so dang long. Yeah, and I'm having to look at it. Like, I'm just gonna... I don't think I did. I think that's the only spot I messed up at. So I think I can continue on here. Because I had to undo the stitch, hold on to it, make sure I didn't lose it. I grabbed a size C crochet hook to manipulate the stitch. When I took it apart, I could pull the yarn back through and turn it into from a purl stitch to a knit stitch. So, yeah, that was fun. But, I mean, it's usually the only ones I can actually fix. If I make mistakes in cabling, that one's a little more difficult to try and fix. But it's doable. It's just time consuming. Like I've said before, if you're doing lace work, it is dang near impossible to fix. My wrap, I frogged twice because I screwed up. And I nearly had to do it a third time, but I fixed it. I found the issue and I fixed it. Don't ask me how. It's just like, oh my god, I just don't want to start this for a third time. Because if I had to start it for a third time, I probably would cry. Because that one is so time consuming and involved. It's not a beginner. It's not a beginner project, that's for sure. I mean, it could be, but you would have to go really, really, really slow. And practice. That's why I wouldn't throw that onto a beginning knitter. I wouldn't put that on to someone who's never knit before. It's like, you need practice with the basics first. Like, casting on. Doing the knit stitch, doing garter stitch. The garter stitch pattern, and then get comfortable with that and switch to the stockinette pattern, which is knit the front row and purl the wrong, knit the right side row and purl the wrong side row. And if it's reverse stockinette, it's just, it's the, you can keep it the same, but mark the what the knit side is as a wrong side row, and then the purl side as a right side row. Unless your pattern states otherwise. Okay, round 2 is done. Let me check the front of this, make sure there's no shenanigans. I don't see any. Thankfully. Alright. We shall continue on with round 3. But, yeah, I'm sort of in frame, sort of not. It's just, it's hard to see. The further away from the light source, the harder it is for me to see what's going on if I make a mistake. I only just happened to have caught it before I got further up. Now, if it was further down, you can still fix it, but it would take a little longer because you would have to let the stitch drop all the way to where you need to be in order to pick it up properly, and then pick up all the other rows of stitches after it. Which I've done that before too. I was hoping to get 6 rounds done in this 30 minutes. I don't think that'll happen. So I'm on round 3. And then I bought 2 skeins of black yarn when I probably really only ever just needed the one. I've got so much black yarn now, it's insane. I bought a 6-pack of black yarn for the temperature blankets. And then I've got two of the mainstays black yarn. It was for hats, and I overestimated how much yarn I needed. So I've got an extra black skein of yarn floating around over there somewhere. That's fine. It'll be my stash yarn for whatever I need. I need to finish this other project that's been sitting over there in one of my baskets for like years. At least 3, so I need to finish that. I just need to get a button and put a flap on it and call it a day. And then put that little case to use with all the stuff that I've got. Some of the things that I've got in my desk are going to go in that case. Pouch, whatever you want to call it. Because I was going to put a zipper in it, but I'm just like, I don't want to fuss with that. So I'm just going to make a flap, put a buttonhole in it, sew on a button, be done with it. Because it's got 2 pouches on the inside that have zippers that I put into it. Painstakingly hand sewed to it. So yeah, I didn't want to deal with having to try and find the correct size zipper to go around and lay flat. So I'm just going to, like I said, make the flap, put a button on it, be done. But I just need to actually do it. And the case, the surround for that is in black yarn. I wasn't kidding when I said a lot of black yarn. I don't really need all that much. I only bought the 6-pack because I didn't know how much of that black yarn I was going to end up using for both of those temperature blankets. But yeah, fun. I don't think I would use, I don't know how much of that, all those skeins of yarn I bought for that, how much of that it's going to end up getting used, and if all of the colors that I chose are going to get used at all. I don't know. Because some people, like, when I was like, just checking out what other people did for their temperature blankets, they were saying, oh yeah, it shows all these colorways and I didn't use a few of them. Like, okay. So that's what I'm doing. Should have yarn left over. Even the black yarn I should have left over. Alright, round 3 is done. Starting round 4. I'm gonna check my timer here in a sec. I mean, I'll leave it in the middle for this, but if I leave it at the end of it, I need to finish going around to the stitch marker when this session is over. I said I was going to check my time and I didn't do it. It's 12 minutes. Round 4. Because, yeah, it's going to be December, like tomorrow. I'm shooting this on November 30th. And then realized while I was shooting the last one, I was like, oh, shoot, I said we were going to start on December 1st. That's tomorrow. So I'm going to at least get that first session edited and uploaded and ready to go by noon Mountain Time. Because it shouldn't take that long to edit it. I just need to, like, cut the beginning bits when I paused and started before and after the breaks, and the beginning and the end of the video. So it should only be roughly like 2 hours, if not a minute or two after that. So that's got to get done. I just don't know how long it would take to upload. Some of the ones that I do that are an hour long take like 15 minutes to upload. Uh-oh. Wait. Let me hit that. Okay, thought I screwed up. Nope, I'm good. Forgot what I was talking about because I thought I messed up. Yeah, super excited to do that project this year. It's a year-long commitment for 2 projects. Am I crazy for doing it? Probably. But that's okay. I've always wanted to do one, and now I'm doing 2. And you get the fun of watching me do them, too. Because I think I'm just gonna, like, shoot the videos as I make them. Because thankfully I have that second web camera. I don't have to worry about moving this one over there. I just need to spend some time with it sometime tomorrow to check to see if I can get it to, like, stop messing with the focus. If I turn autofocus off, will it, like, be in focus-ish? Like that camera? I don't have issues with that camera in autofocus. I don't know if it's a fixed focus. I don't remember, but I have to figure this out because I don't want to, like, do something and then try to bring it close up to the camera and then it's not focusing. So I'm wondering if, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna have to mess with it. And see. Like, do a little test video. Because if I could turn the autofocus off and still have a decently made, like, overhead video, then I can just leave it off. But I think I have to set it every stinking time because it's not... It doesn't seem like the software is saving my profiles that I make. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like it is. But I guess I will find that out too. Approaching my stitch marker again. What round did I say I was on? Round 4? Or 5? I don't know. Maybe round 4. That would require me counting rows, and I don't want to do that right now. Why? When I could just measure it. Usually I'll sit there with like a scrap piece of paper and mark it off every time I finish a round. Because I know my gauge on the size 8 needles. Oh, shoot. Just knit a purl stitch. That one's easier to fix because I just did it. Bring the yarn forward and purl 2. Now I'm paranoid I messed up something before that. I don't think I did. No. they're good. And I lost my train of thought again. Oopsies. Okay. I believe that's round 4. I'm gonna start round 5. Darn it. Why do they... I mean, I have a black hat, too. It's in my coat. But it's just like, why does everybody want a black hat? Can't you guys pick a, like, I don't know, something a little more colorful? Like red or something? Make sure my interchange is tightened. Because it felt like it was the hooks. Ah. It felt like the needles were a little loose on the cord. The cable that I've got them on. But they weren't. I always say I'm a better knitter than I am a crocheter. Although I'm starting to get a little more of a handle on the crochet part. Learning how if chain 3 counts as a double crochet, then you go straight into the next stitch. If it does not count as a... If the chain 3 doesn't count as a double crochet, then you go into the base of that chain 3 with a double crochet. It's just a little confusing because those are things that never really get explained. And it's like how you do it, because I'd always like messed up and I did not understand why. And I was always, because I didn't know much of really anything, trying to read patterns or whatnot. And I read patterns for years. I have read patterns for years. It's like I can't just make something up and not write down how to do it. That way I have my pattern for it in case I want to make it again, you know? Oh God, ribbing is such a pain. If it wasn't for 6 friggin' inches, that'd be nice. If it was a crochet beanie, it would have been done by now. But no, my daughter says, I was like, okay, well, what do you want? You want me to knit it or you want me to crochet it? Which is the one with the tiny stitches? Knit. Yeah, do that one. Oh, dang it. I do need to start making more crochet hats. You know? I mean, I don't need any more hats. I've got quite a few. But just to like make the patterns and stuff. And I've got the formulas for making crocheted hats. It's just, I don't know how to like, I'm sure the concept would work if I could knit the hat from the top down. But that requires starting with double pointed needles, or if I had a circular needle that wasn't like otherwise occupied on a project, I could like do the magic circle with it. Try that again. I don't know if I went into the row below or not. Better be safe than sorry. So I've already screwed up 2 stitches today. Well, one completely, and then a fixed one that I almost messed up. There was just like a universal like knit hat pattern that has all the sizes. Red Heart used to have one, many years ago on their website, before it, well before it was Yarnspirations, that had all the hat sizes, all of the, almost did it again. Or did I? Yep, almost did it again. Wait, that is a pearl, right? Did I pearl that stitch? Did I frickin' knit it? I think I pearled it. But I almost screwed up and didn't pearl the second one. Now we look at it again. Okay. But, that pattern, I don't think I saved it on anything because I was looking for it. Couldn't find it. I really wish they would just leave the older patterns like there, you know? Because what if I needed to go back and grab a pattern I had from way back when, because one, I either lost the printout or I don't have the PDF anymore for some reason. If it got accidentally deleted or it's on a drive that I haven't gotten stuff off of yet. It would be nice, because that was I was like, really wish they had that pattern was still available, because it's still, you could still use it. I think the only like yarn that didn't exist when that pattern came out was the super bulky yarn. Oh, there's my timer. Go ahead and let me do the next 2 pearls, and then I'll get my needles in position to do the knit 2. So that was our first 30 minutes. Let's take our break. I'm going to take about 10, but you'll see me in about 5 seconds. And we're back. It took a little longer than like 10 minutes. I think I took about a 20-minute break. I went to Pinterest and went down the crochet poof rabbit hole. So start our timer again. We're on round 6, I do believe. And I was like looking at them, and I'm like, maybe I just, I don't know, do my own design. And like do like front posts or something like that in sections. I don't know. Yeah, because all the ones I was like, use chunky yarn. I don't want to use chunky yarn. I got all this worsted weight yarn. Could use that instead. I just need something big enough to like stick my feet onto, so I'm not like having them on the floor, because they're still sore from like work today and the day before. Now, if I had like a seat with like a recliner on it, or one of those, like, even better, it'd be one of those lounge chairs that have a footrest on it, I would be like totally in it right now. But I don't have space for such things, and because then I'd have to find another spot for this chair. I can't wait to get rid of this chair. It's so friggin' annoying. I would like a nice comfy chair where I don't have to like put a pillow behind me or a cushion under my butt here to be comfortable. I mean, it was fine at the beginning, and then it just started getting uncomfortable, and I can't complain. I bought this thing for like $10, I think, at the Arc. I rolled it around to the front, and then standing in line, I sat in it. I was like, why am I going to stand? I got a perfectly good chair right here I'm going to buy, so I'm just going to like sit in it. Which I did. Daughter was like, you gonna sit in that chair? I was like, hey, yeah, I am. I'm sitting in it. Why not? I gotta wait. in line. Might as well sit while I'm doing it. Oh, my phone. Emails. Yay. Probably more like Black Friday crap. And I never did get one email for Small Business Saturday. And not that I could like ever partake in any of those things because I work those days. I can't work. I don't do Black Friday because that's just insane. Too many people, and I'm just like, I'm not dealing with that. And then I work on Saturday, so there goes like doing anything because most little businesses don't stay open that late on the weekends. So by the time I get out of work, everything's like closed, which is no fun. And then you got Cyber Monday shenanigans, which, oh yeah, I will be looking at that stuff for myself and my kids. Because if I can get it, like, way cheaper, that'd be fantastic. But I don't think I've ever really, like, taken advantage of any of those at all. Because where I worked, we get, like a Christmas bonus. Didn't come from where we worked. It came from the residents. So, and they would never have them like before Thanksgiving, that where we could actually use them for all these sales and stuff for Christmas. It always happens afterwards. And I don't believe I'm getting one this year because I left before they gave those out. And they give those out this week. Although I got some people that are going to look for me just in case there's actually something there. But I doubt it, so I'm not going to hold my breath. But that's fine. I'm at another job where I'm just not having to, like, kill myself doing things that are extra to what I'm scheduled to be doing, which is ridiculous. And all this week, except for today, every time I went to take a break out in my car, I kept trying to reach for a radio that I would always have, like, latched on to my pocket. But when I do that, there isn't one there. And so, like, you don't carry a radio anymore. Knock it off. And I did it every day this week except today. Finally. And I'm just amazed at how light my keys are now. I'm still trying to get used to how light my keys are now, because I don't have like 6 or 7 extra keys hanging out on my keychain. I've got 1 right now. I do need a second one because the paper towel holders have a key and I don't have that key yet. So I'll probably get that on Tuesday, because we got so busy this afternoon that I completely forgot to ask for one. Because at the last place, all the ones that I had access to either had a button at the top to change them, or you just turned a knob on the top of the holder and then you could like refill it. This one has a key. I don't have a key, but I shall get one on Tuesday, and then there will only be 2 extra keys on my keychain. I don't think I need any more unless we start getting The housekeeping cart keys. Those would be the only ones I would have. I don't think I would need any other ones. So that would make me happy. I was just like, my keys just got way too bulky towards the end of it. I don't know how many keys I had. I'd have to count. But not right now, because I'm busy trying to keep track of not screwing up the ribbing stitches. And I'm gonna, as soon as I get around this, back to the stitch marker, I'll measure this. Should be 3 inches, so halfway to getting the 6 inches of ribbing completed. I was gonna do 3 sessions of these tonight, but it's like already almost 10:30 at night, so doing 2 is good enough. I will do maybe 3 tomorrow, and then I got to do all my errands and stuff on Monday, and I could do the last session on Monday. And then get on with working on other videos for the channel. I've got to spend time getting the tutorial projects completed so I can do that. Need to finish the prototype for this scarf over here that you can't see because it's on my couch. Ha 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 ha. So, yeah, now that I don't have that blanket all over me, I got kind of cold. So yeah, my break, I went down the Pinterest rabbit hole, and then I was like, you know what, I'm kind of chilly. Let me turn this little heater on for a few minutes. Which I'm glad I don't have that blanket on me anymore. That thing is heavy. I don't think I'll ever not complain how heavy that blanket is. My son's gonna love it, because then he'll be warm. I definitely need to get that done well before Christmas. With only like, what was it, 44 rows left? Should be a breeze. I think it was 44. Let me double check. Yeah, 44 rows left to do. Knit the first 2, purl the next 2, and then I will measure this piece here. Alright, let's see. Where's the end of this? Yep, I'll be at 3 inches. So I'm starting the next round set of 6, so I'm on round 1. So like 18 more rows. And then this section will be done. And if I could get started on the stockinette part, that would be fantastic. Then I could set this aside, edit that first video, and get it ready. And I don't think I'll do all 4 sessions tomorrow, because that's like, I mean, I could. That's like 8 hours worth of doing this. And they're all smaller projects. It's like a couple of them are on the desk. Got like, I think 3. The 2 10-stitch blankets and the crocheted blanket backing are right here. So that's 3 episodes right over on that side. And I've got my rug over in a bag on the floor over there. It was my car project. It's not my car project right now, because I'm still trying to learn my job. And then once I get comfortable with that, then I can start like doing things on my break. Even if just for a little bit. Or it may end up I just don't do it at all anymore. But I do need to finish that rug. That rug needs to be done. So I can have something cushy to stand on when I'm like washing my face and all that fun stuff. Because it's like, it's still tile, so it's like kind of hard on my feet, especially if I've been on them all day. Yeah, I've got to get some of these done, and then I'll like try to design the floor poof. Then maybe do a tutorial on it and make a second one. Who knows? It's like I test all this stuff out first before I throw them out in the wild for everybody. That way I'd know it's like correct and this is how this works. Yeah. I don't think I want to use like several strands of yarn held together. I don't think I don't want to do that. I just want to use like a single color at a time, and then like maybe make it stripy, I don't know, or solid or something. I don't know. Make up my mind. You know, I just don't want something plain and boring. You know, it's gotta be fun. It's gonna be under my desk for my feet. Of course, watch, I'll make that and they go, oh, what's that? It's a cushion for my feet for sitting at the desk. I was like, oh, can you make me one? I'm waiting for that. Because that usually happens. Oh, hey, you made a hat. Can you make me one? Okay, fine, whatever. What color? Just don't say black, because I'm about over black yarn right now. If it wasn't so dang hard to see, it would be so much easier, but I'll do a dark gray. I've got dark gray sitting over there. But all my leftover yarn has to go to the double knit blanket so I can finish that, because I don't want the same colors in the strip. Okay, round 2. That's how that's gonna go. Definitely want to, like, next year make more tutorials, do a stitch library for both crochet and knitting, because I keep discovering new stitches, but I haven't really like made any more, so I need to get started on that. Those wouldn't take too long to record. I just need to figure out like How wide and how tall do I want to make this? It has to be like whatever like the stitch multiple is. I might multiply it by 2 just so you, 2 or 3 so you can see the repeat. And it has to be as long as however many rows it is. And I may like repeat them. Or not, I don't know yet. I've only gotten a few. Like the basics. Like all the basic stitches. And the rest of it is more like making a pattern out of the knits and the purls. And eventually I will... I almost messed that up. Introduce cables and stuff. But I do have a goal with like the swatches. I'm not going to frog the swatches. That would be silly. Especially all the work that gets put into them. Now the basic ones, that's what I did. I frogged it back just to do the next one. But when I go do like the stitch patterns and stuff, they're going to be made into blocks. I don't think they'll all be the same size. But ultimately you could like, I don't know, sew them together to make a blanket. So you have a nice little stitch sampler blanket. That way it's like, oh, look at all these stitches I learned, and I made these myself. And look, I made it into a blanket. Now I'm warm. It can be multicolored. You can use whatever color yarn you want. You just need to be consistent on what weight of yarn you're using. So if you start doing your swatches in a size 4 worsted weight yarn, do the whole thing in a size 4 worsted weight yarn. It's like sampler blankets. Well, I could even make a sampler scarf. And just sew them together. As long as they're the same width. Wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, length. You don't really have to worry too much about the length of any kind of project. Especially if you're making something that you wear. You really need to pay more attention to the width. Because if you want a specific width to your project, you're going to need to do a gauge swatch just for that. In the pattern that calls for. That way you know how to get it to where you need it to be, and you can just keep it consistent. But yeah, I think a sampler throw would be fun. Just can't, I don't know if you can't really like stretch cables out. Because the way they go, you can't use your same gauge. If you have like, I know for me, for a size 8 worsted weight yarn, stockinette stitch, I get 4.5 stitches per inch and 6 rows per inch. So 4.5 by 6 gives me a 1-inch block. I forgot where I was going with this. But I really forgot where I was going. You have to be mindful of your gauge for the width. Height can be measured, length can be measured, and then stopped when you get to however far you need to go. You can't really do much about the width unless you add stuff to the sides. Which you certainly could do, but I'd rather get it on the hook and have it the right width than having to like fix it later. Round 3. Even though I know on size 8s and worsted weight yarn, I get 6 rows per inch, and I can just write down how long this has to be in order to be done, because I'm not about to count rows unless it's a complicated design. If it's stockinette stitch or garter stitch, I'm not really counting rows. If you got cables, on the other hand, and lace work, you need to, because that's the only way it's going to keep you're going to be able to keep track of a pattern that you're working. This really isn't showing up all that well. Dang black yarn, dang black shirt. I should have wore like a red shirt or something. Because most of my closet, the t-shirts are black. Or the gray shirt that I've got in there. Probably would have been better. But seeing as I'm lazy and I'm busy, I'm not going to go and change my shirt. That'd be silly. Oh, I thought that was much closer than it was. I need to get a sip of my soda here. Got 6 minutes left on our timer and our first hour. Yeah, it's like, I don't understand how, like, I understand live streams that can go like 12 hours, but these videos that people make, and then they just, oh, 10 hours of this, this, and this, or whatever. And it's like, how the heck do you... That has to take an incredible amount of time to upload 10, 11, 12 hours worth of video. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't think anybody would be interested in a 10-hour live stream of just this. I don't think they would. Somebody might, but probably not enough people that have can sit there and carve out 10 hours of their day to watch a live stream. Most I would do would probably be like an hour or a little over an hour, but I can't do any of that stuff while living here, because you can hear the traffic noise is really loud. Next door is not doing anything tonight, thankfully, so that's been quiet. But it's really just noisy right here at my desk. So I would have to wait until I get out of here and into someplace else in order to do that. But that's still a ways off. Ugh, I gotta spend time tomorrow and check my mail. And during my break, I'm gonna have to count my rows here, because I just lost track of what round I'm on. I think I said 4. I don't remember. So yeah, I'm gonna crochet a floor poof. I just need to figure out how I want it. Still want to like do a design with front posts front post double crochet, and then like we'll start the increase and then make it to where there's already an established increase. That way I can like put the front posts evenly spaced. That way when I have to increase, I can increase in the areas where it's not got the front post, just to keep it out of there. I don't know. I just have to figure it out. But yeah, having something here under the desk that's nice and cushy would be great. Because this is ridiculous. It's like, I think I get more like foot and leg cramps because my legs are like, my feet are sitting on the floor. Yeah, I'll cross my leg over my other one, but that starts to bother me after a while too. So I'd rather have my feet extended out and nice and comfy without pain. Darn it. So far I haven't really made any mistakes. I've come really close to like purling, or actually knitting a purl stitch instead of like purling two. I only purled one, but I caught myself. Thankfully, I don't feel like fixing any more stitches tonight, because that would be sad. Of course, now my foot wants to itch. That's fun. Oh, like you don't need, here's some extra problems you didn't want today, but here they are. You're welcome. Ouch. Foot popped. Might have been my ankle, I couldn't tell. Let's not do that. Almost lost all my stitches. Okay. And that's the end of the first hour. Pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a round of applause. You're doing great. You're making great progress on your project. I'm going to take a break, and I'll see you in a little bit. Pause the video and take a break yourself. You earned it. See you in a few. All right, we're back for our last two sessions, 2 30-minute sessions. We're in our last hour of this episode. So I'm going to press play on my timer. I tried counting my rows. It's a little difficult with black yarn. So I think I need 2 more rounds to get to 4 inches, and then I'll just have 12 rounds left. So I'm going to finish this round and I'm going to measure it again. Black yarn. Oh, this ribbing is killing me. Because the knit rounds go twice as fast. And then once I put them on the double pointed needles, it goes a little slow because you're fighting with 4 double pointed needles and 1 working double pointed needle. But once you decrease enough stitches, it goes by really quickly. So I'm just trying to get to that point. And I forgot to turn my little heater on during my break, so it's a little chilly over here. Well, that's fine. I don't care. I will have a lot of black yarn left over, like a whole skein of it, and then whatever's left of this. Fun. Because I do want to like make hats for crafters markets and stuff, but I need to get all like the sizes. Like I have access to all like sizes for the crochet hats from newborn to adult. Small, medium, and large. But I don't have one for knit. Let's not screw that up. I almost purled a knit stitch. Oopsies. Caught myself first. Okay, get over here. At 4 stitches past the marker, and I'll measure. Because it looked like it was close to 4. I might have counted wrong, because it's, like I said, black yarn is really hard to see unless you've got decent lighting. Which, like I said, I don't. I do not have decent lighting. Stop it. Let's see. I do believe I am at, well, yeah, I'm at 4 inches, so air is dry. So I have 4 inches. I already did 12 more rounds. So this will be round 1. And I'm still too close. Darn it. Let me just back up a little and over here. Sort of. Next time, if I do anything with black yarn, I won't wear a black shirt. It's just that all my other shirts are kind of like thick and heavy, or they're long sleeved. And I don't feel like wearing a long sleeve thick shirt today. So, I mean, you can almost see it. I mean, the shirt's not really like completely black, but it's a really super dark gray. So it still makes it difficult to see. Okay, I thought I was going to make a mistake. I didn't. It's just sometimes that purl stitch right up against the knit stitch is kind of hard to see. And it doesn't matter what color yarn it is. It's just that last one you're trying to do. It's kind of difficult to see where it is. So annoying. All right. Just like, this is irritating, and my legs are starting to flip out, so they're not happy with me right now. So I'm trying to like ignore them as best as I can. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I do need to get like a universal knit hat pattern that where it doesn't matter what size yarn you use. This is the formula to like do it. And if I could do it top down, I would do it. I would measure it the way I would do the crochet ones. But I need my longer size 8s to not be busy right now. Or I could do it on this and see how that works. Because I don't know how that works because I haven't tried it yet. It looks simple enough. Might be a little fiddly, but if I don't have to use double points or small circular needles, then I'm all for it. I might have to pause so I can get I put my water back in the fridge because it got warm. Might have to grab it back out because my throat's really dry. I'll do that after I get to the end of this round. My feet are starting to flip out now. Fun. Haven't really been sitting here that long. I get up and I take breaks. Finish this session, edit that video, upload it, and call it a night. Or maybe next time when I like in the spring when I do this again, I might not keep it to 2 hours for one project. I might just do an hour on one and then pick a second one and do it then too. I don't know. Oh shoot, I was supposed to stop and pause and I just didn't. It's round 2. I'm going to pause and get my water. Water required. So we start again. On round 2. Move it out of the way. Back up again. Switch legs because that one's getting tired. Making some progress. It's a lot bigger than it was when I started. I just wish the ribbing was done. Here starts the awkward silence section of our session here. Just like, kind of just like your eyes start to blur because it's the same stitches over and over and over again. I just want the ribbing to be done. It would go by a lot quicker if I didn't have to, like, bring the yarn forward and back. But I can't do continental knitting. I do have carpal tunnel in my left wrist. So, I've tried it, but it hurts my wrist to do it. And I don't need to cause any more stress on it than it already is. I manage it really well, but I don't want to, like, aggravate it. It's like I know when it's getting ready to start because I'll start feeling like right in my forearm, right below my wrist. And I was like, time to, like, slap the brace on and not do anything for a couple of days. Which is annoying because it's like, oh, I got all these projects, but yeah, you can't really, do you really want to have a carpal tunnel attack? No. So you have to behave, take care of yourself, and then your projects will be waiting for you when you're ready to come back. So what would happen when I was practicing piano a lot, my wrist would start to bother me. So I'm like, well, guess I'm not playing piano for a few days. I'm just going to put my brace on and do something else for a while. Ultimate goal, uncover my piano so I can actually play it. It's been buried in yarn for, for months. And months and months and months, and I'm trying to like unbury it. It's like as soon as I get something done, the leftover yarn goes into one of my baskets over there and awaiting to be used on something else. Like the double knit project, which is ultimately where everything is. Oh shoot. What did I do? I purled a knit stitch. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I didn't knit. Take the second one back, just in case. Yeah. Completely messed those last 3 stitches up. I didn't do it anywhere else, did I? Doesn't look like it. Okay, bring yarn forward. Purl 2. Yarn back. Knit 2. Okay, crisis avoided. Can't remember if I said this was round 2 or not. I think it is. I'm too close to the desk again. I'll fix that as soon as I get done with this round because it's just right there. There you go, 4 stitches past. Now I gotta back up. Dry air. Which is basically what winter is, just dry air. So hopefully this is round 3. If I wasn't talking, I could probably go faster. But I don't know. I'm not sure what else to talk about. I was like, let me know what projects you worked on during this session. Are you close to getting them done? Is it something you just started that you wanted to like get some progress on? Let me know in the comments below. Keep having to clear my throat. It's just ridiculous. I really want to get to 5 inches on this before the timer goes out. Goes out, goes off. Would be nice. on round 3, I think. I don't know. Probably should have been keeping track on a piece of paper. But I didn't. Yeah, it's getting to be late at night. It's after 11 o'clock at night right now on Saturday the 30th of November. It's like, oh, shoot. Did it again. Yeah, I didn't knit any of those, so that's good. I don't have to go back and frog back to a purl stitch like I did the last time. Oh yeah, there's going to be plenty of this yarn left over. Oh, what I wouldn't give to have that poof right about now. I can't start any more projects, though. I've got too many going. Technically, 3 of them are long-term projects. One's a really long-term project. The other 2 are just a year long. Double check to make sure I wasn't getting ready to purl a knit stitch. Like I said, the purl stitch is right. The one right before you knit to is a little hard to see. If only this was quicker. Would like to make, I don't know. I need to take stock of what hats I have. I've got way too many hats. Is that round 3? Round 4, perhaps. Because it's like right now at this point, it would be too hard to like count this. It's more like tape measure time instead of like fighting with it. Just work it, measure it, and if it's there, good. If it's not, keep going. Keep leaning forward. Check my time. At 8 minutes. silence. It's like I'm hyper focused, and it's just like, and then I forget. I was like, oh, I'm shooting a video right now. But yeah, I don't have any background music. Suppose I could turn the piano on and have it playing in the background, but that would probably get annoying after a while. Because then I'll want to play the piano and I can't because it's got stuff all over it. I'll cover the piano and then uncover the desk. Those are the goals before the end of the year. Well, except for these 2 blankets that are sitting, 3 blankets that are sitting over here. Just everything else needs to go. I've got 2, oh, I've only got the 1 market bag sitting there that I haven't gotten back to because I'm working the pattern over there just to like see how it works up in acrylic yarn. And I want to do my own market bag tests. Cotton versus acrylic. Because if I don't have to buy the cotton yarn to make a dang bag out of, I'm not going to. I mean, not that it's like insanely expensive, but it's just the skeins are really small. And I should have, when I went to Hobby Lobby and bought that cotton yarn, I should have bought 2 of each. But I didn't know, so I didn't. I'll know better next time if I go and do it. Might be a while though. I got too much yarn. I need to like finish these projects before purchasing anymore. The only yarn I'm gonna purchase probably is the Bernay blanket for my daughter's blanket over there. Just so I can finish it up. I've got to measure that too. And I've got to measure this blanket backing as well, because I don't want it, and I have to get that to like 100 inches long. And I don't want to like overshoot it, because I think what I'm gonna do is, instead of just making the strips and then sewing them, I'm going to attach it as I go. Like crochet it together somehow. I'd have to look up the technique. It shouldn't be too difficult. But like most things, it's always shown in right-handed. If I could find a left-handed tutorial, that would be great. But search engines kind of suck, so just something about maybe join as you go. Maybe I can find it right like that. Okay. Round 5. Maybe. Something on my hand. Messing with me. Finger still hurts. Which is annoying, but it's not really bothering me while I'm doing this. The only thing that's bothering me right now are my legs. I've been up since like 6 o'clock this morning, and it's almost 11:30 now. So 14, 16 hours, almost 18, something like that. I don't know. Not 18. It's not close to that. I don't plan on being up 18 hours because I gotta get up at 6:45 tomorrow. do some things. Record more of these. Move the dial on some of my projects. Yeah, because the next 3 are up here on the desk. The 4th one is over there on the floor. That I still need to measure. In fact, I'm gonna do that when this break comes up. I need to check it and see how much further I have to go. Write down where it needs to be, how much I've got, so I'm not guessing again anymore. I hope it doesn't use up every single ounce of that scrap ball that I've got. Yeah, when I go and shoot that one, I've already got like a smaller scrap ball on it. I do not have the giant one attached yet. So I want to get that smaller ball knocked way down. In that session. So hopefully it doesn't use all of it, and hopefully I don't have to dig into my stash to finish it. I'm hoping that's going to be enough to do the job. Almost screwed that up again. Yeah. If any of my projects involve like complicated lace work, they won't be in these sessions, or complicated cabling, because that requires absolute attention. Okay. All right. Now we're ready for our last 30-minute session break. I almost said 30-minute break. Haha. Wouldn't it be nice to take a 30-minute break? Anyway, I almost got back to the end of the round. So we're going to take a break, and we'll come back for our last 30-minute session. And we're back for our last 30-minute session. You guys are doing an awesome job. Let me just tell you that. Awesome. You're awesome. This kicking my butt. Yeah, I went and measured. Oh shoot, I didn't write that down. Let me before I forget, wherever my pen has gone off to. Let's see. My bath rug needs to be 23.5 inches. And I measured it, and I'm at like 12, so I hope I have enough that scrap yarn to like get that done. I just needed to write that down real quick, and now we can get back to what we're doing, which is me trying to hopefully finish the ribbing on this hat, but I highly doubt it. But we'll see. I'm going to measure it as soon as I get past the stitch marker. And I'm back up against the desk again. Let me back up. Knocking things around on my desk. My hail is like getting in the way here. Knit, knit, purl, purl. Same as we have done for the last almost hour and a half. Not all projects can be instant gratification. This is not. I mean, if I had like, since this is a larger hat and I had like 5 hours just to sit here and do it, I could get it all done, but I'm not doing that. I don't need a 10-hour video of me just working on one project. That would be insane. I have a few of those already in 1 hour blocks. Alright, let me get 4 past this, and then I'll measure it. Got to be at least close to 5 inches on this by now. At least. See if I can find the end of my tape measure that I need. That is not it. Where is it? Okay. There we go. I'm gonna look. Measure. Not even close. Dang it. Yeah, I won't get the ribbing done in this session, that's for sure. Sad face. It was what I wanted and I couldn't. I got the 14 rows I wanted on the crochet blanket in the last session. I just couldn't get all the way to the 6 inches of the ribbing on this because I had issues with messing up the stitches. Like knitting a purl stitch and purling a knit stitch, and had to fix those. I don't think there are any mistakes in the hat other than those. And then there's the ones that I caught like right as I did them. So hopefully there aren't any issues going forward in this last half hour. We're awkward silencing it again. So yeah, hopefully that the 2 balls of yarn that I've got for that rug are gonna be enough. I hope. Because that would be, I mean, I could finish it in a solid color if I need to, which that's fine, but I'm hoping that I can get it out of what I've got left. 1 smallish ball and 1 big ginormous ball. Oh, scrap yarn. I'm not using that little scrap ball I've got over here because it's not enough to do anything with. That's going to the corner to corner car blanket. Still don't know how big I'm making that. It's not very far along. Ugh, my drink is so far away. So, my new job, I have 24 rooms that I clean every day, which isn't a big deal because the rooms are not that big. And there are no kitchenettes in them. It's just one. Almost screwed that up. 2 sections. One sink, outside sink, 1 sink in the bathroom and the toilet, and that's it. 2 closets that I don't really have to mess with. And that's it. 5 to 10 minutes at the most. And longer if something really weird is going on. But it is what it is. It's 24 rooms, a couple of offices, the break room, and the bathroom over on that side too. And the 2 bathrooms right next to the front desk. And that's it. I think the nurses' stations too, but we didn't touch those today. So my boss is going to work with me again this week. And then next week I'll have someone else with me. Because it is a lot of rooms. It's not that it's a lot of rooms, it's just there are certain areas that are like bigger that require a lot of attention. Oh yeah, the dining rooms. I have 2 halls. So 2 halls and 2 day rooms, and that's it. But it's every day. I just gotta get into a rhythm. Because today was the first day I was with my boss and we did my 2 halls that I have. And the dining rooms and whatever. So we were just trying to figure it out, do things, because she's only been there a week longer than or 2 weeks longer than I have. Or 3 weeks, something like that. Yeah, 3 weeks. So she's learning her way around it, and I'm coming this week trying to learn my way around it and figure out where everything is. And all that fun stuff. And then just do the work. That's all you ever ask of anybody. Just come in, do your work. Take your breaks, go home. It's not rocket science. It's a job. Oh, I left my heater on. Turn it off. Turn off. There we go. Completely forgot I turned that on. And I'm just hearing this noise. It's like, oh, dang it. I left it on. Whoops. Sorry. Hopefully it didn't really come over the microphone, but I don't know. But yeah, I turned it off. Again, drink so far away. Where's the end of this round? Way over there. Take a sip of my drink here. I may just end up editing that video tomorrow morning and then having it ready to go by noon, noon tomorrow. It shouldn't take more than 30 minutes to edit that video. I just don't know how long it's going to take to bounce it out and then upload it, because it is 2 hours. Then I gotta make the thumbnail, but it shouldn't be too hard. Don't need anything fancy. Need to get a more variety of fonts than I have on this computer. Oh, I wonder if I have those saved somewhere. Because I had a whole bunch on my last computer. I got some of them over, but I need to go and find the other ones. I hope I have them, because I had a lot. They have to be readable. I can't tell you how many times I've seen thumbnails where the colors are just like they don't work well, or they choose a font that's really difficult to read, or they design it in such a way you can't understand what it is the video is supposed to be about without reading like the title underneath, because most people just look at the thumbnail. They don't read the title under it. I don't, unless it's something that's like, what is this? Then I'll read the title. But as far as like reading the title first, that really doesn't happen anymore. Just want to make it legible and with good contrasting colors, so you know what the video is, what to expect. Again, you won't get clickbaity thumbnails and titles from me. That's just a waste of time and effort, because then you're going to get duped, and then you're going to feel cheated, and then you're going to thumbs down the video and then leave. Which I've done that on several occasions on certain things. It's like, okay, your title had absolutely nothing to do with what was in this video. And worst case scenario, I thumbs down your video, and then I tell YouTube not to recommend your channel to me. I did that on one occasion. And I haven't seen any of their videos in my timeline, period. Because it had nothing to do with anything. It was a piano synth guy talking about Nick Rhodes from Duran Duran. And then all he kept doing was commenting on how he's like a cat, and then doing weird cat moves, and then saying, oh, I just wanted to do this so I can get more girls to come to my channel. I'm like, you know what? Bye. This girl ain't going back. It's like, if you're not going to talk about the music or how he crafts a melody and stuff, and that's with any artist or whatever. It's like, I'm very, very picky about my music. And I'm even pickier about channels that talk about music. So, yeah, that was a big put off. So I was like, I'm not watching you no more. I think that was the first and only video I saw from that content creator. And I don't even remember their name. Like, and I won't get that time back. I don't do the clickbait. I'm just here to, like, teach and do this. That's it. It's the same thing with my audio engineering channel. I'm just there to teach, or I do a weekly vlog called Woot Wednesday, which I sorely haven't been doing. I think I did one last week because I hadn't been on that channel for months because I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm trying to get more content on this channel, and then I can like feel comfortable with going back and doing that for a little bit. But I need to have enough content to be around for a little bit. And it's like I can't upload every day. To me, that's too hard for me to do. It's like I don't have a quiet space to make videos, because I could do it after I have dinner from when I get home from work, but the environment isn't quiet enough for me to concentrate to do things. That's why it takes like a minute for me to like actually have some time, because it's like chill, or I have to do it in the middle of the night when it's quiet. Like kind of like right now. It is past midnight and it's now December 1st. Weren't we just at the beginning of November? So, yep, it is now December 1st. Scary. We're just 31 days away from 2025. Ooh, 31 days away from my temperature blankets. I've got to do that knit one. A truncated version of what I'm going to do. And I've mentioned it before. As the actual project, it's for the first 11 months. It's going to be 40 stitches across for the border on the top, and then 20 stitches for the side border, and then the other 20 stitches for the temperatures. And it's going to start with the high and then go to the low, because this project is going to be worked from the top down and not the bottom up. Which is why I can't figure out how to attach it together, because it's backwards. Oh, shoot. Did I just knit a purl stitch? Yes, I did. Back that up. Bring the yarn forward. Purl 2. Not knit 1, purl 1, and then knit 2. That's not how that works. That's not how 2x2 rib works. Past these 4 stitches here, and then I'm going to measure, because it's been a minute. Alright, where's the end of this? Check it again. Oh, we're at 5. It's 5. We have to get to 6. And we won't get to that with 10 minutes left on the timer. We'll make a good effort, though. Or at least attempt to make a good effort. I want at least to get to round 4. So I'm on round 1. Whew. My goal tomorrow for like early in the morning is to finish this over here. I'm on the border round. 'Tis the crab stitch. It's a little awkward going backwards. And it's like, I found a rhythm though, but I have to like, if I stop, I have to stop for a second and then come back to it and then pick it up again. It takes a minute to get that rhythm back. But I have 3 sides left to go, and I'm hoping to get them done tomorrow. Weave in all my ends and call that one D-U-N, done. And yes, I meant to spell it wrong. I don't know how I'm going to get through, like, 3 or 4 sessions tomorrow. Because I've done, this is the 3rd one. And I have 4 left to do. And I'm hoping I can get 3 of them, 3 or the 4 done tomorrow. Because I'm going to be like super busy on Monday. Got to do, get the tires first. Then get groceries. Come back. Do my laundry. I'll probably do my dishes and clean my apartment tomorrow in between these sessions, just so I have a longer break. Instead of like taking 10 minutes and then starting a new video, like I did today. So that's the plan for tomorrow. If I could do my laundry tomorrow, that would be even better. I wouldn't have to do it on Monday. But everybody's home practically on Sundays, so I don't know. It would be so much easier just to do that then. Oh, I still gotta go to my mailbox. Ugh. Just go down 3 flights of stairs and then walk all the way across the place, get to the mailbox, and then do it all the way back. That's why I only go check my mail like once every 2 weeks, because it's not really much out there, so it's not worth, unless I'm expecting something, it's not worth it to take the trip out. Just to see that there's like nothing in there. But I do have some mail, so I need to go get that sometime tomorrow. My hands are getting worn out. Yeah, but before I do record any sessions tomorrow, I gotta edit that video and upload it for tomorrow. And yeah, I could probably upload 5-7 days a week, but I just have to do the videos the night before. But during the work week, that's a little difficult, especially if it's noisy in this place. Which is the only reason why I can't do it. Yeah, hands are definitely getting tired. I'm slowing way down. Yeah, it's after midnight, so yeah, I'm pretty well tired. I'm gonna finish this video and then probably go to bed, because I gotta get up early tomorrow and attack my day. I want to at least get 3 videos done tomorrow. At least. Of these. Late at night, I'm just tired. Can I make it around this round? No, because you just started it. Nope. Yeah. Got so many stinking projects to do. That will be done this week is that blanket, this hat. I'm hoping I can make a dent in that tutorial where's the word I'm looking for? Prototype. Completed. So I can then make the tutorial using different yarn. And hope I have enough. Right now I'm just trying to get it to 5 foot long for that project. And then if I have like a lot of yarn left over, then I know I'm going to have enough to make it out of the other one that I have. Am I close to the end of this round? Jeez, no. Also didn't help this morning that the back door that I go into at work was still locked when I showed up for work. So I don't know if they have a different unlocking procedure on the weekends. Because when I walked over there and I couldn't open the door, and I didn't have the code, so I had to walk all the way around the building, through the front door. Ugh. Just to get to the area over there by where that door was. Insane. But whatever. I'm working my job. Can I please get to the end of this round before my time runs out? Nope. But I'm going to get to the end of the round before the time. Even after the timer runs out. It's got 50 seconds left. Because I'm not going to leave it in the middle of the round. And we're awkward silencing again. Only because I'm trying to get over there, because I know I'm not going to make it by the time that goes off. But I'm getting close, though. I got this much to go, so I'm going to do it. It's not that much, maybe 12 stitches. Six. Exactly 12 stitches. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Go do this thing here real quick. And then I'm going to measure it, and then we'll be done with this session. All right. Measuring tape. I'm going to get the right end here. Now it's at 5.5. So another 3-ish, 3 or 4 stitches to go on this. See how far we got? We were like, if I can hold this properly, we had like this much done, and then we got all of this done in this 2-hour session. So I'm pretty pleased. I would have loved to have had it all done, because ribbing. This will give me a chance to like just look at it to make sure I did not mess up somewhere. I can't really see the purl stitches because you can tell it's like it's ribbing. So all the knit stitches are stuck together, but if you separate it, you can see the purls in between. So that's on its way. And you're on your way to finishing your projects. Let me know what you worked on during this session, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.